Hi, welcome at Detroit, Berlin. We're going to do an unboxing today. I've been waiting for this unit for a couple of days. I was eager to get my hands on it because the reviews, they were really raving good for this unit. It's an SSL audio interface, and SSL is solid state logic, well known for their high-end studio consoles, the analog consoles that you find in studios all over the world. They're very well known, and they decided to bring out this USB audio interface. They came on the market with two models, the SSL2 Plus and the SSL2. Biggest difference is the in and outputs on those models, otherwise it's just the same kind of quality preamps, and yeah, a really nice unit. So I have my unit here. On the front of the box is just an image of the unit with some included things that come with the audio interface. Ableton Live Lite, Pro Tools First, samples from Loop Cloud, SSL Native, Vocal Strip 2 and Drum Strip. These are two plugins from SSL Native, Hybrid Keys and Complete Start. We have a little bit to get started with. Should we have no DAW, no other tools to get you started and to decide on which DAW you will end up using for your music production. Let's take a look at the box. We have the front, we have the side, nothing special. We have the top of the box, nothing special. Other side, nothing special. And then we have the back with the product information. It's a studio grade USB audio interface, 2x SSL designed microphone inputs, 2 high quality instrument inputs, so the same port, but with the buttons on top we can change the line level or the microphone. We can even give it some phantom power. Then we have 2 powerful headphone outputs for audio outputs, TRS 2 of them and RCA 4 of them. The unique legacy 4K enhancement feature, and that's to brighten up some microphones that otherwise sound a little bit dull. Then we have the converters, and it will go up to 24-bit and 192 kilohertz. Then the MIDI I/O, the included SSL production pack, and it is macOS and Windows compatible. Let me open this box. We have a sharp knife. We open it up and then let's look what's inside. Okay, this is the unit itself. Let's first see what we have in the box, and here are some cables. The unit itself in a plastic wrap. We have 2 USB cables, one USB-A and USB-C type, and then the double USB-C type connectors. Then we have a little folder. Okay, some troubleshooting, register today, macOS and Windows, the included cables, the quick start guide that's multilingual, and then solid state logic, and they come from Oxford, England. A thank you note and some links to some websites where we can find more information. Let's take a look at the unit itself. The packaging is quite minimal, but I like this. We have the unit itself. The faceplate is way darker than the one that's on the box. Let me get the box right here, and it has like a 50% gray tone to it. If we unbox it, it has like an 80 to 90% tone of gray. And I think this is way nicer than the lighter grey that's depicted on the box. We have a monitor level. When it's connected to USB, this will probably light up. We have the monitor mix to crossfade between the latency induced signal chain and just the direct monitoring. I will be using the direct monitoring a lot because it's very important to have no latency when recording. Just for rhythm's sake, just for everything, it's better to have direct monitoring. Then we have the phones, the B and the A phone output. On the non-plus version of the unit, the SSL2, we don't have the phones B, but like I said, I like this a lot because I have the sub pack and I will be connecting the sub pack to the phones. If you have a vocalist coming in to sing something and they want a separate mix, just put it on 3 and 4 and you can send them like another submix of the track. Very handy indeed. Then we have a very big monitor level knob, and although it's a little bit wibbly wobbly, it's quite okay and it feels like it won't fail. Also the little ones, they don't have that much wobble to them, actually close to none, which is nice. And I predict that it's the same size potentiometer underneath, but because it's a big knob, it twists a little bit more. Then we have the gain, and from the reviews I already saw the gain will have a lot of power to it. When you push it, the noise level, it won't rise as much as on other cheap devices. And not forget to mention, this one is, in my opinion, a very cheap audio interface. The Plus version, the SSL2 Plus, comes at 299 euros, and the non-Plus version, the SSL2, comes in about 229 euros. So that's really affordable for these types of preamps. Great stuff, very clean, very high headroom. We have the 4K switches, which induce a little bit of a boost in the high-end frequency range, and they also do a little bit of slight distortion saturation to just blend everything in well. We don't need these cables anymore for the sake of this review, but we will, of course, if we hook it up. We have the plus 48 volt switch, the phantom power, then the instrument in, that's when you push the 2 buttons. Then we have a line and a high Z input. We have a meter with 5 LEDs. It's great just to have these 5 LEDs instead of just one LED that will turn green, yellow or red depending on whether you're overdriving. When you're pushing it too much, it will turn red, and you will know you can lower the volume a little bit. Because you have a big knob, you will find it way easier to do small adjustments in volume. Really nice, I prefer this. Let's look at the audio inputs. We have from the right to the left 2 1/4-inch jack inputs or 2 XLR inputs for microphones, instruments, synthesizers, drum machines, everything that you can plug into this. We can put any instrument in here. Then we got the outputs, 2 1/4-inch jacks for your monitor speakers, and if you want to hook it up to a DJ mixer, you have 2 stereo pairs of RCA jacks, or you can connect it to a home theater. Then we have the 2 headphone amps, the in and the out, MIDI DIN connectors. If you have older MIDI gear, you can connect it to these ports. Then we have the USB input, it's USB-C. Then you can lock it to a desk if you need to. All in all, a very nice unit. It feels kind of heavy. It's plastic, but it feels very sturdy and stable. So, nice unit. I can use it on the go. I have my Apollo set up, but that's built into my studio desk. This one I can hook up to any computer, I can take it on the go, I can travel with it, I can put it right beside my modular and just have two nice inputs with lots of headroom with the 4K switch. One more thing to mention, these buttons, they feel okay, but they could have been better. I like the soft tube console 1 buttons way more. They're way more clicky, higher quality than these ones. But then again, this has the preamps from SSL. It's a small but a nice unit with lots of options on the back for connecting it to a small setup. And the price is totally right. So in the description below I will leave some links to this unit and to the SSL2, the cheaper version of this unit. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit the bell button if you want to be notified about upcoming videos. And if you're not subscribed yet, now is a great time to click that subscribe button and join our community. See you next time!